All right, hello. Welcome to Construction Business TV.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can you all introduce yourselves? Tell us your name.
I'm Tierra. I'm the owner of Estella Contracting LLC.
I'm Emily. I am one of her employees.
I am Joe. I am first lead. I am Brenham. I'm one of our employees.
All right. So glad to have you guys today. So I want to start off this interview with a different little flow to it, bringing some energy. So I have a little trivia game, and I want to see how much you all really know about construction. All right. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Question number 1. Claw, sledge, and ball pen are all types of what? Claw, sledge, and ball pen are all types of what? A, drill, B, hammer, C, saw, or D, screwdriver?
Hammer.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, 100% so far, you're doing great. Question number 2. The process of destroying a building is known as A, demolition, B, knockdown, C, rebar, or D, extrusion. The process of destroying a building is known as what?
Demolition.
Come on.
Fun fact, it says a building might be demolished because it is too old and unsafe for occupation. Alternatively, the owner might have a building torn down simply to rebuild on the same property. So,
Right.
almost there. When a house uses solar panel energy, you usually see what on the roof? When a house uses solar panel energy, you usually see what on the roof? A, an antenna, B, skylights, C, panels, or D, pipes?
Hammer.
Yes.
Come on.
Let's go. You guys are officially 100% contractors. We already knew. I'm not even surprised. This is Estella Contracting.
Gift card.
Okay, so I did some research about your company on Facebook, and you all do it all, literally. Like the list goes on and on and on, from custom event props, home remodeling, home building, home renovation, custom studio building, disaster relief construction, decks, you guys build theaters, and so much more. So out of the services that you provide, what is your favorite and why?
I'll start. For me, it's the new addition, new construction. So I pretty much like to take like something from nothing and like basically take nothing and turn it into something. So I pretty much like the ground up, the pouring the concrete, framing up the walls, adding insulation. So I absolutely love it because I like to, if I decide, okay, this room needs a closet, I could just build a closet, you know? And so that's my favorite part, is just taking nothing and turning it into something.
Well, my favorite part is basically what you said, but I like having little pieces that turn into something big based on perspective. Because if you look at something like a slab of concrete, endless of things. That was my favorite part. My favorite part would be pretty much the whole 9 yards, from the landscaping to the construction to the furnishing to the painting. I like it all. I really enjoy it.
And for me, I used to watch a lot of shows that they did a lot of demolition work and just made it into something like you wouldn't even imagine. So it's like from the concrete up is what I love best, because I'm more into like the small details, the caulking, the mudding, and it's just like you need all that to make it into what it is, and it's different. So that's what I enjoy a lot.
That is so good. And like you said, just a different feeling to see how something can start one way and completely become something new.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the beauty of it. I love that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
No, it changes really a lot. It changes our perspective and the customer's perspective.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So speaking of disaster relief construction, can you tell me how business has been for you all regarding Hurricane Laura destroying, parts of Louisiana and areas in Texas? What has business looked like for you in that way? And in what ways has your business been able to contribute?
We had, believe it or not, we have some customers that are in Houston that maybe 2 days before the actual hurricane came, we have this customer, his name is I'm just gonna call him Mr. Carlos. That's not his real name, but I'm gonna call him Mr. Carlos. And he was just like, plug this up, and because we didn't have windows in at the time. And so he was just like we're in the process of building the building. And then also he's trying to stop the building from being destroyed while we're building the building. And so, but as far as like disaster relief, the second the hurricane hit, we got a ton of phone calls. Like we got a ton of phone calls from people needing help and things like that. And so we're always, it's in our heart and that's how we run our company it's in our heart to go out and help. And so we haven't been able to get out to Louisiana, but we are going. So we are going to be that team that gets to go out there and help a lot of people rebuild. And so that's kind of so basically we're kind of right now we're currently in the process of moving from Brenham to Louisiana to help rebuild some of the homes there. So
That's good. I love that. That's amazing. So let's backtrack a little bit. How did Estella Contracting start? Where did the idea of being a business owner come from, and why construction?
In my heart, I always felt I was a baller, just, I started off, I guess I'll give you the short version of it. My dad actually years ago, he would always bring these little shelves and things like that, and to put all these little shelves together. And I would literally take everything out the box and I would sit it down on the ground. I'd get my little tools together that he had, and I would sit there all day until I figured it out. Even if I made a ton of mistakes, I would start over, and I just absolutely loved it. For me, like for Emily, she always says construction is therapeutic for me. And so it's therapeutic for me too. And so, but anyway, I started out at the little Home Depot. And I always thought the contractors that come in, they have their little pin there on their ear, and the little boots with the pants hanging over, and the measuring tape on their hip. And I was like, man, they're so cool. I was like, gosh, they look so cool. I was like, I wonder if I could be something like, could I, as a Black female, could I be a contractor? And some of these guys that come in here, and so I used to always follow them around the stores, and I would help them, collect all their material. And so I asked one of them one day, like, what does this take to be what you guys are? Because I absolutely love this. I think it's great. Y'all are cool. And so a lot of them would give me like, a little bit of information. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so pretty much from there, I just decided that that's what I want to be. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. And so I got into hanging out with a lot of business owners and things like that, and kind of picking their brain to figure out like what does it take to become a business owner. And so over time, and then I always felt like I could fix people's houses. I don't know why. For some reason, before I was even a builder, I was just like, I know I can fix that closet. I know it's falling apart, but I know I can fix it. And so, and I also worked for other companies. Like during that time, I worked for other construction companies. And so just kind of learning the tools, and Home Depot helped out a lot, believe it or not. And so, it just started from just putting little shelves together onto watching contractors come in, picking their brain, talking to business owners and things like that. And it just blew up from there. So then there's that.
I love it. Okay. So by being a Black female entrepreneur, what obstacles have you faced and overcame?
Woo!
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you want what story you want? Which one do you want?
Tell me one. Yeah, go ahead.
First and foremost, being a Black female and a business owner is already hard enough, because it's this constant battle of always trying to prove yourself worthy. Like you're good enough to do this job, or you're good enough to do that job, or and always being overlooked. You're always the underdog, because it's like and in fact, I went to a customer's house one time to give a lady a bid, and one of my guys was in the car. And so I came up and I knocked on the door and I said, hey, I'm here. You called for, a bid. You wanted to do some remodeling. And she was like, oh, you're the secretary. I'm sure you're the secretary. Let me just wait for him to get out the car. And I'm sure he's the builder and you're the secretary. And then so he got out and he was like, actually, this is boss man right here, or boss woman. And so you're always constantly trying to prove yourself. You're always like, and I've even been on the construction site where you'll have the guys with the macho egos, and they're like, oh, she doesn't know anything. And so you deal with that a lot. Like, and even again, when I come up to some customers' houses, being in construction, being Black and being a female, they automatically just like, oh, she's a secretary. She's got to be. There's no way she knows how to do flooring or, frame up walls. And so that's kind of a lot of the obstacles that I face. Like kind of now, everybody kind of knows who we are now. So it's not as bad as it was trying to prove ourselves, but it mainly, again, and Emily's she's gonna feel the wrath too. So she's gonna get it. But yeah, just being looked at from the outside and just assuming that I don't know. And so that took a lot of crawling from the bottom to the top. I mean, I had some days where I cried myself to sleep. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you.
So I guess my question for you is, how have these obstacles made you and your company better?
These guys, this isn't the full team here, but this is the team. And we spend not just work time together, but we spend a lot of time together, learning from each other, growing from each other, getting to know most of our customers. And so I feel like it's made our business better because we don't just consider ourselves employee, like I'm the employee, I'm the employee, I'm the employer, and they're the employees. My bad. But I don't look at them like that. Like I consider these guys here and all the other guys family. So like I'm not only just dealing with just day-to-day work issues, we're also dealing with things outside of work. And so I not only just look at myself as like just the owner, but also look at myself as like the mama of these guys. And so I feel like we're better connected because we know each other not on just a work level, but also a personal level. And our teamwork together, I mean, even if we're mad at each other, we don't show it, we just kind of like, and we just keep moving and we keep working together. And so, but it's made us a stronger team because we're family, we treat each other like family. And so it helps us to get through some of these long, tired, these long days. I'm telling you, long night. We came from work here, so so it's been like that. But you want to add anything? What do you know?
But yeah, it's like she was saying that it does have us closer together, that we also have that connection after work, and just being able to have that relationship and still be able to work. And even if we do have problems, we still at the end of the day get it resolved in a good manner. Everything's like, it's not like we're bickering back and forth. We're having a civilized conversation, and we're still being able to resolve the problem at the same time.
Absolutely.
So it really has helped us a lot, even through work, because at the end of the day, we're still getting stuff done. Even when there's problems, we still have everything that we got, the list that we got it done,
And then also I want to add on that, our customers notice that too. Like they notice how we are with each other. And so I actually had a customer tell me, she said, you guys, I love working with you guys because y'all seem reachable. Like, I don't feel like I have to be a certain way with you guys. I don't feel like I have to try to, be something that I'm not, or act a certain way with you guys. She said, I just feel like I can just sit in with you guys and I can just hang out with y'all while y'all work, and everything's all good. And so we try to make it to where our customers feel comfortable. Like it's not just work for us. This is something that we are truly passionate about, and we love what we do, and we want them to see that we love what we do. And so I just remember a customer telling me that you guys just seem reachable, like I can just hang out with y'all. And so we're silly, we're goofy.
I like that. It makes work more fun. You know, who wants to go
Oh,
to
yeah.
work and say, this is my coworker, and you never talk to them outside. So I think that it brings more joy when you go into work every day. So one really cool thing I saw that your company does is, I know COVID put a halt on things, but
Oh, yeah.
I know you hosted events like giveaways, and I saw you guys did a coffee on us type of thing. So in what ways do you find doing these type of events and giveaways helpful for your business and the community?
Okay, first and foremost, they know me. My day is not right without coffee. And so I feel like, oh yeah, it's necessary for me, her, and Jay Ron. Joe's not a coffee drinker. But to me, I feel like that helps us to better build relationships with customers, because pretty much 90% of Americans drink coffee. And so what better way to sit down, talk about what, what's in your head, and what you want us to do for you or build your dreams, and over coffee. I feel good about it. And so, and the coffee's on us. You can come and hang out with us at Starbucks. We actually have a couple of pictures of a customer that was like, oh, I gotta definitely do this. And so it makes everybody feel good and relaxed, and that's kind of our goal there. As far as the giveaways, we're a Christian base. I just want to start, last year we gave out an Xbox One. And so we're always constantly giving out benches, or actually the bench that they're sitting on right now, that was one of the giveaways. And so we find that we get a lot of people calling in. They love to play those little games and things like that we put out. And so they're like, oh, I put my name in the hat 5 times, And so, but yeah, we feel like that helps to better our business and get ourselves. That's kind of like it helps to better our business and get our business out there, and let people know, hey, we're cool people. We might work in construction, and I might own a company, but I'm cool and I'm laid back. And so giving is a big deal here in this company, so it's important to us.
I want to talk more about your faith. My question for you all is, how do you make sure that you continue to implement your faith in everyday work?
So we
basically pray every day, and every day we pray, it's like the stress goes away. It just vanishes. It's not there no more. So yeah, like every day we take like 5 minutes to pray, and it's been adding up.
And that's how we start our day. So.
Yeah, we start our day off with prayer, and they know me. I'll just be like, okay, let's go in on prayer, but I'll just randomly pick someone. I'm just like, go, Joe, lead us. And so, but yeah, faith is very important. I really don't think you can really be successful without it. God plays a major role in our company, and we're all believers here, and we all walk by faith, and we all run this company by faith, and I think that makes a difference. When you're trying to kick the enemy out, trying to kick him out, because sometimes he's real strong at the work on the job site. It's like, whoa, everybody's having a bad day, and that's like, okay, stop. It's time to pray. Yeah, coffee and prayer.
There you go. Where do you envision Estella Contracting 10 years from now, and how do you plan to get there?
Oh gosh, I'm hoping that 10 years from now that these fine young people here will run this company, and I'll just go get my nails done. And so they know I've been complaining about that, because sometimes it's hard to be a girly girl in this field. Like sometimes it's hard to paint your nails, and then you need to trim something out, and then just your fingernails just it's hard. So I'm hoping that in 10 years these guys will want to take over the company, and these two are my adopted kids right here. And so just so you know, they're adopted. I'm adopting them. And so but yeah, I'm hoping that they decide they want to take over the company someday. Where I see the company going in 10 years, I envision development of properties, places for seniors. Gosh, I mean, the list goes on and on. Places for a lot of people to go, especially during disaster, because I know people are out of those homes. Like, where do they go? Like, I always think about that. Like, where do they go? Where can they go? Like, we need to start building some little mods or pods or something somewhere where they can at least stay there until we're done rebuilding their home. And so I always think of something like that. So I think big development and places for people to go during disaster. And so that's what I envision Estella Contracting going somewhere. I guess my dreams is, what do you guys, I'll let y'all answer. I'll be quiet.
Well, what we were talking about. Natural disaster.
Yeah.
And we just fix it up. That's kind of where I would bring it, where I would lead it to go. That's kind of what I envision.
Nice. Yeah. Big like Duck Dynasty. We'll just say that. Yeah. Big like Duck Dynasty. Let's just say that there. Somewhere on TV.
Oh yeah. It's gonna happen. Like you said, faith, you know? Hey.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Oh yeah.
Things are possible.
Mm-hmm. Maybe house flip or something. Maybe we'll be like the first, female-owned company on house flip or something.
Oh yeah, and you can build my future home too. So I'll be calling up Estella Contracting.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So how does Estella Contracting deal with managing scheduling, especially, when business goes crazy? I know you said that you pray in the morning to get your day started, but now in terms of helping other contractors and construction businesses, what tips do you have when you have multiple projects going on? How do you stay organized?
Holy moly, donut shop. When I figure that out, I'm gonna get back to that question because pretty much scheduling is consistently crazy for us. These are younger kids, and so not only do they work full time, but they also have like other things they got to do. So it's like I feel like that soccer mom in the van that with the carpool, and everybody's riding with me, but then this person's got to go over here, and this person can go to this house, and so it's like I haven't, we have a little routine, I guess, that works for us, but probably to some people it's like, y'all are crazy. Yeah. Like, how do y'all do gas money with this? Like, how does this work out? So I haven't completely figured it out yet. I'm gonna be honest with you on that one. What do y'all think? Y'all think it's good?
For me, we just stay working. Like, it's not something that was scheduled, but it's just like we feel like we have to feel accomplished,
Mm-hmm.
until we reach our max.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I would stay working, like, no matter what, like, I'll stay working, like.
Yeah, you always find Emmy working.
Yeah,
like, where's Emmy? I know she's working somewhere.
Trying to do something, so.
I'm like, she's the glue. She's the front end. She keeps us in line and she keeps us scheduled even through the worst of time.
Oh yeah, woo!
She's the glue to everything that goes on here. We're the fall soldier, and
yeah, yeah, and I'm just thank the Lord I'm not half crazy right now. I'm not half crazy right now, but it's on the way. Almost there. On the way.
So I had another question, but I feel like you already answered it. My last question would be for you guys to help other contractors out there. What's the secret to building a dedicated team in order to provide the best services to your clients?
I'm going to start out by saying respect. That's the word that rings high for me because I've been in situations, I've worked at places where people they get in a little position and they seem to think that they develop this type of entitlement. And so I don't, I always learn, they always say, okay, at Home Depot, the customer's always first. If you take care of customers, then that's it. But then wait a minute, what about your employees here? And so they know me. I believe in respecting my employees. A person told me, one of my managers told me a long time ago, he said, he said, there's something about you, Tierra. He said, you have a way of getting people to do things without making them upset, And so it's a way to talk to these guys, and they know I have those days where I'm frustrated, like, whoo, you messed this up. Like, we got to redo it. but they know that anytime I come to them with an issue that they've done, they know that I'm gonna do it in love. Like they know I'm frustrated already, but they know that when I come to them, it's gonna be with complete respect, and it's gonna be done in love, and it's gonna be said in love. And so I don't criticize without basically building them up. I don't tear them down without building them back up. And so I always fist bump. They know me. We do this all day. I said, hey, you may have cut this wrong. It's wrong. Just take it off, fix it. You know, we don't have a lot of time, fix it. But also at the same time, boom, good job. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know, and so that's real important to me is I always have to say respect. And if you're going to talk to your employees, do it in love, because if they're happy, they will run this company, you know, accordingly. So they'll run the company. If I keep them happy and I show them respect, they will show my customers respect, because they're respected and they feel appreciated. They're not machines. They're not dogs. You know, you have to treat them like their family, and you respect them and they'll respect you. And so that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, but as you said, my bad. But as you said, respect. Another thing is honesty. You gotta make sure that you're on the same page as your employees. Like you just gotta be. How would I say? You gotta be upfront with them.
Yeah.
You gotta keep them up to date. You can't really just keep things to yourself. Because then again, it's a team. It's not just you working on
Yeah,
this.
that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, I feel like that. I mean, I agree, because if you make a mistake on something, I feel like that's the best time. They'll respect you more if you're like, hey, you know, we're gonna fix it, but this happened.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's life. So I like that too. Yeah, I think I love the advice you give, because I'm a Christian myself, and I'm just throwing that in there. I don't know. So, yeah, let's go, Christian family, woo! And so I think that those principles are important, you know, respect and just being honest and stuff, and walking in love in everything that you do. So that's beautiful. And I can see that it's working for your company, because, you know, the foundation is there. So it's going to do nothing but thrive. But I truly enjoy speaking with you all. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties that we had.
Oh, no worries.
But it worked out. And
that is out of building walls, so you're good.